Alright, you guys, welcome back. It's your boy ShinKensou. I got more footage for City of the Wolves. Got another match here. We're gonna go over. We're gonna watch the match, and I'm gonna run it back. I'm gonna go do some more analysis on what we're seeing here, so you kind of understand what's happening in this game. We got another match here with Mai versus Rock. There's a lot to unpack here. Trust. There's something neat in here in particular I want to kind of point out for you guys. So we're gonna get to it. See what's happening here. Before I do, I want to give a big shout out to SNK for providing this footage for me, for you guys to kind of go over and give you some more insight on what's happening in this game before the beta hits, and even after. But that aside, let's get into it and see what's happening here with Mai and Mr. Howard.
Want a little taste of Shiranui fire?
Gonna take you for a ride. Try to keep up, all right?
That boy Rock with the salmon jacket.
Round one. Get ready. Fight.
Ready?
Whoops.
Ah! Hana! Hey!
Gotcha.
Hey! Ah!
Right. Punch.
See you! Oh! Ah!
Tackle.
The DP.
What?
If you can. See.
What? Ah!
Shifuken.
Gotcha! Oh! Ah!
PG.
Hey! Yep!
Ah.
Ah! Hey! This is Shiranui fire! You ready? Hana!
Oh, combo drop. Went for it.
Yep!
Ooh, air rev blow. Let's go. Here we have some examples of some JD.
Wait.
It's not nap.
Round two. Get ready. Fight. PG.
That's Mai's 5D. That move's looking really strong.
Hey, gotcha.
See. Gotcha.
PG. Punish.
Move it.
Nice. Nice JD. Oh, she pressed. Gave it a Raging Storm.
You'll pay for that.
Zero frame. Uh-oh.
Like this.
Ooh. Okay, Rock.
Better than that.
Chill, 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 chill.
Final round.
Damn.
Get ready. Fight. PG.
What? Yep.
If you can.
Hey, gotcha. He's
Oh.
like, Shino, how about it?
Okay, Mai. Chill, 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 Mai. Chill, 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 chill. Okay, Mai.
Shinobi Machi.
Okay.
Not done yet.
Oh, she's in overheat now. Ooh, we got DP. Get off me. And took a Kachos and
It's not nap time yet.
okay.
What
Hold
breath
on.
will you take? Oh, it's so fun watching you grow up.
Yo, Mai's one quote. Okay, so in particular, I did want to talk about this mechanic here. And it is coming up right here in particular, right?
You'll pay for that.
Just defend into zero frame invincible. This is why I really enjoy this game. Because, cool to see, I can point down here. As you can see, it started with the just defend and it went into an invincible zero frame move, which means this looks essentially like a safe jump from Rock, right? And that safe jump got completely cooked by just defend into zero frame super. This essentially shows that when you learn how to use the defensive mechanics, you can turn a lot of situations around. The zero frame looks really ridiculous. I do think this is going to be a big game changer for City of the Wolves and knowing where to JD zero frame. Like, you definitely will force people to essentially, you can't autopilot. You have to change up how you're playing the game. You won't be able to just autopilot like your offense. You won't be able to autopilot anything. You know, maybe there will be at some point, but like being able to JD into an invincible 0 frame, which means this is gapless. Rock is jumping. And look, it locked Rock in place and anti-aired him. This is why I was saying, like, learning the defense in this game is going to be very important. Learning, like, if this is like a meaty safe jump, you can turn a meaty safe jump and turn it into a punish. So effectively, it isn't that safe jumps are gone. That means you need to readjust how you safe jump. That means, I can understand someone probably watching and be like, man, that means I can't meaty safe jump. That's not true. That means you will have to empty safe jump. Now I get it. Well, if I empty safe jump, then that means, you know, that there's no punish. Empty safe jump and throw them. Empty safe jump and load them. Change your timing up. At that point, it's about the timing. You see what I'm saying? This is going to be very timing specific. So if you're changing your timing up, this will really adjust how you play this game. Which further proves offense and defense is both important in City of the Wolves. Knowing how to perform offense is important, but also knowing how to play defense is going to play just as big of a role as offense. So it does feel to me, from what I've seen so far and what I even played at EVO prior to this footage, it is a very good split 50-50 of offense and defense that you need to know. Obviously, from EVO, I don't own the game. No one owns the game at the moment. But from what I've seen from these developer matches and things of that nature, it's a lot you need to know in that regard. But that we won't really know that up until full release. But just take into consideration that this could have effectively have been a meaty safe jump, and they're showing you that this isn't guaranteed anymore in this kind of game. So, you know, I'm not crazy with these matches seem faster than what we saw at the EVO Expedition. These are the developers. They know what they're doing. The players only had so much time. So, but yeah, I want to come back to the start. I just wanted you guys to peep the 0 frame so you can understand what was happening here. It's a very, very, very big, important thing to note about this game. All right, so let's get back to the start of it, and we're going to break down some more stuff.
Gonna take you for a ride.
But can we talk about the colors in this game?
All right.
Don't forget, there's a color editor in this game.
Get ready.
Keep that in mind.
Whoops.
So again, some things to note here. Again, SPG on Rock's side is at the beginning, so this means Rock will be doing a lot of big damage. He also has access to his Rev Blow, which is really huge. Mai's SPG is in the middle. So effectively, Mai will be more threatening in terms of damage output when she's in SPG in the middle, where Rock is just going to be more threatening at the start from a damage perspective outright at the start of a game.
Gotcha. Tackle. And you can see. Shifuken.
Gotcha.
All right, Mai's SPG is in. Rock's is out. Feint cancel pressure. So again, right here, as you can see, let's come back a little bit. Right when Mai gets started here, gets to jump in. Looks like close stand D into Feint fan. Rock tries to jab here and gets wild punished. It looks like that's going into her auto combo. So that's pretty huge. You see what I'm saying? Was that fake overhead? Nah, that looked like that's just my close D. Because remember, this game has proximity normals. It's not like Street Fighter 6 where you have normals and then command normals. Fatal Fury has proximity normals. So that's proxy close D most likely. Feint cancel into this. So that feint cancel led Rock into pressing buttons and got wild punished for that. Which you can see right here, even at the start, like it was started as a wild punish. Which means Rock, and not just Rock, but just in this particular instance, since Rock was blocking and hit a delayed button and got counter hit, this will determine a lot of your offense. You know, big button or any button into feint pressure, right? This big button from Mai could have potentially have been plus on block now, right? It went from a move that was like, let's say close D is like, I don't know, let's just say it was -9, just something like that, right? But has good pushback. It goes from -9 to maybe +2 or something like that on a feint cancel. Now, that's just like indicative of how good feint cancel pressure is or can be in this game. Mai opted to go for a light attack, which looks like the auto combo. and went for that instead of going for maybe like a bigger button, which would have been too slow to try to like counter hit, right? Because the point of the feint pressure is to try to fish for a counter hit, check the mash, right? Instead of canceling into a special move, that's like, I guess what I'm trying to say is that's part, like a big part. Gosh, that is a huge thing in this game, right? And it's like that even in Mark of the Wolves and even in Real Bout 2. This feint cancel pressure has been a thing since the Real Bout games. You know, feinting your moves, I think even in Fatal Fury 3 to some extent, right? You can feint your normals, kind of like C Viper, Fierce Feint, Fierce, if you're familiar with Street Fighter, or Guilty Gear Johnny when he does his misfinder cancels and stuff like that. You're basically canceling like, or even Ryu fake fireball in older Street Fighter games and stuff like that. That's what it is. You're using, that's what the feints are. They're not just like, it's a feint fireball. It's a feint special move. It's like button, feint, whatever your character's special move is. In my instance, they did the fan, right? There are other things that can feint, like it could be her cartwheel, I think is probably in this game too. But let's just say it's just the fan, just for now, which it looked like it was, right? That's essentially what it is. You're looking for the fan. You're like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna press on. It didn't come out, and you try to jab, and you get hit, like, and you get counter hit like this here. So it's just knowing what you can get away with in terms of offense. So once you teach them, hey, you can't press here. This is still my pressure, right? You can continue your offense. On the flip side, you didn't have to press. You could have opted for a reversal option. You could have potentially, DP, right? So rock EX rising tackle, or even just defend, or rev guard for the push block to push them backwards and potentially create a punish, right? So on a hypothetical, let's say Mai went for close D, feint, far D, right? Or let's just say 5C, right? Those buttons do have long range, right? However, if you were to rev guard it, you could potentially get pushback, right? And then the normal that they were looking for, which would have been a proximity normal, so close D, close C, right, would end up being close C or close D into like far C or far B or whatever button that they intended to go for next. Which with that pushback, you can now create a punish scenario as opposed to just eating the pressure, right? Now we did see there was also zero frame. Now if Rock had super, he could potentially JD that move and then go into Raging Storm or Shine Knuckle. Opening up more defensive mechanics, defensive options, making your defense more varied, more scary. So like the person on offense has to be mindful of these things. But in this instance, there's no meter on either side, and this is still round 1, so you can't zero frame because Rock has no meter down here. But the other options are there, right? So you see what I'm saying? In Street Fighter, you constantly hear, man, if only my character has a DP. You don't need a DP here. You just need to be good at your system mechanics to be able to get out of these situations that seem horrible, right? Like what would be deemed as horrible in potentially Street Fighter 6 probably won't be horrible here because you have Just Defend, Rev Guard, Rev Blow. You have access to things that help you stay in the game and not just be in a position of, man, I gotta hold all this and this sucks, right? Which is a common trend for a lot of new fighting game players who want to play fighting games. They constantly catch themselves in situations. Not to mention, just to throw it out here, you have other content creators and players who will always say, yeah, this situation just sucks. You just got to hold that. Well, in this game, you don't got to do that. So that was a lot to take in. Let's move forward. Yes, feints are only available in arcade style, apparently.
It's not nap.
Round 2. Get ready. Fight. SPG.
SPG attack safe. Probably got a JD for a punish. That's Air JD. Now to point this out, Air JD, right? When my air JD's here, she bounces back, and notice how the button that she pressed whiffs. Knowing what button to press after you air JD in this game is going to be pretty important too, because your character, unlike say Street Fighter 3, when you parry something, your character just keeps the forward momentum. In City of the Wolves, your character bounces backwards. So you do have to know what to press and like what you're dealing with, right? So keep that in mind. Yeah, so Mai could do things like guard cancel flying squirrel to punish things. Yeah, it changes on what you should do. You know what I'm saying? So for example, if Rock was to air JD, he could air JD into air Reppuken or Shippuken in this case because geese. But just for the sake of Reppuken, he can do his air fireball and potentially punish you, right? Or set up pressure or set up a way to kind of like get started again. Which is why I think his air fireball works that way. If he JDs something and goes into that could probably open up some more doors for a confirm, maybe just pressure. There's no telling. You know, it's still early days. We don't know. I don't know. I'm just guessing. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. Also, knowing I'm pretty sure this was punishable, right? At this point, after but Rock does hard edge, which is his elbow into wing. It's normally punishable, but I think my player was just late on the punish. But I think this is also going to be pretty important to know that like when you block certain special moves that you should JD the second hit, right? This way you do effectively two things. One, Maya's already taking chip damage from this move right here at the top. But then you also, whatever chip damage you took from the first hit, you'll mitigate that by going for the JD for the second hit and potentially punishing them with something, whether it's zero frame or JD even to punish, right? Which is huge. Not a safe jump. Got countered.
Better than that.
Big Rocky.
Final round. Get ready. Fight SPG.
What? Yep.
Reppuken!
How about it?
Just barely took it out. Just barely missed the SPG. Oh. God, that hurt.
Not done yet.
Wild punish DP feint. So there's something else to see here. Mai does DP feint into a wild punish, which means anti-airing in this game is going to be pretty huge, right? Because if you DP into a wild punish, snatch their life bar effectively. So a lot of times people complain about people jumping in these games. They're like, man, it's just a jump fiesta. And then you get wild punished into like 30 to 40%. And you might want to reconsider those jumps. You see? Again, you have options. Essentially, Rock could have JD'd the DP feint, but had to deal with more of whatever Mai's going to pull on the way down. Options. You got a lot of options. Oh man, this game is gonna be so fun to play. Now here, essentially, Mai won the game. Mai actually won the game here. After the DP feint, like going into Ryembu probably wasn't necessary because he had meter I think he had meter up until this point. No, he barely just got the meter. Okay, I think he barely got the meter on the Ryembu. Yeah, he got the meter barely on the Ryembu. Yeah, just barely got it there. If Mai had meter, he could probably do DP feint into Kagero no Mai, and then bye bye Rock. So like, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. But I want you guys to see all this, you know, taking all this information. There's a lot to unpack here. But again, the biggest and important thing for you guys to note about this match in particular was this here, which was 0 frame. JD 0 frame. JD 0 frame punish. I think this is very, very much so important. I think people should be preparing themselves for this. It's definitely going to change how you approach offense and safe jumps, etc., etc. But that's going to do it for me with this. Do with this information what you will. I have more footage to go over within the coming days. So keep it locked in. I got you. Keep it locked in. Talk to me in the comments below. Let me know how you feel about the game and everything you're learning here that I'm sharing with you guys. And talk to me. Let's have a conversation. Let's keep it going, man. Fatal Fury is on its way. The beta is gonna be this coming weekend for release, not too long away. You know, so let's get it going. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. But that's gonna be it for this video. I'm gonna talk to you guys in the next one. Take care. You know what it is. You know the vibes. Take care. Peace and love. Peace.